Gaming is about escaping into another world. You don't control the character, you are the character.
Whether I'm hunting fearsome monsters or growing the best crops, gaming is how I like to relax.
I like gaming because I can go you know?
They help me escape into a world of pure imagination. Video games. What more could you ask for? Endless possibilities.
What's up, gamers? It is another episode of the Off Hunting Podcast. This is your host, KB. I am joined by...
It's your boy, Diggs Gaming.
Stealing JoJo's line.
Sir Meliodas.
He and I share that line. He's going to have to deal with it. He and I share that.
Sure. Anyway, Diggs Gaming. Straight into the news.
Well, during the last gaming news, I talked about how Madden 22 was just as bad as Madden 21. I mean, glitches galore, same gameplay as before. And there was even a point where they completely messed up a player. The players just did not look like the real life version. It's like, wait, you scan every single one of these players. How do you screw that up?
That's bad.
Yeah. Well, Xbox and PlayStation are offering refunds for people that bought the game.
As they should.
It's the same thing they did for Cyberpunk, how low Madden has fallen, how low they have fallen. And things better change soon, because I would not be surprised if the NFL is going to look to take away that exclusive deal from EA, because they are just not doing what they promised the NFL they were going to do. The game may be selling well, but that's because it's the only football game out there. I guarantee you put another football game out there that's better than Madden, you're going to see Madden's just sales tank. You're just going to see them tank.
2K about to make a football game.
Something's got to change soon. And we'll see what happens when NCAA football comes back, because we're hoping that that's going to come back real soon. And if EA screws that up too, then nobody's ever going to trust them again with a football game.
Right.
But, okay, I'm going to get into this a little bit, because now this has nothing to do with games, but this is just a crazy story. Did you guys hear about the fake high school that ended up playing on ESPN?
What?
No.
Yes, this actually happened. There was this high school in Ohio. Its name was Bishop Sycamore. They were playing the IMG Academy from Florida on national television on ESPN, and they got creamed. It was 58-0. And if you watch highlights of that game, you didn't even think that they were playing football. Well, as it turns out, it's supposed to be an online school for high-level recruits, and they basically lied about how many Division I athletes they had. They told ESPN they have a lot of Division I athletes, and the announcer said we could not verify that. And it gets even crazier for them, because the kids that were playing, they were over 18. Like, you had 19, 20-year-olds playing against high school kids that could not get offers for college football.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it gets worse.
Oh.
The head coach, one of the assistants, and somebody that had funded the school all have arrest warrants for fraud.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And the players were lied to about what exactly Bishop Sycamore were, because they thought they were getting into something that would help them out. That didn't happen. Found out that nobody was really learning anything, and that housing was atrocious, because, well, that's just how these things go. So yeah, I know this had nothing to do with gaming, but this is something that I had never seen before, and I hope I never have to see this again, because this is just pathetic. Anyway, on to a happier note. DC Fandom is on October 16th. And why do I mention DC Fandom? Well, they are going to be showing off both Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and Gotham Knights. And we've talked about Gotham Knights before. So many notice, I think it's you and I that are just excited for this game, that we cannot wait for this game to come out.
DC sucks. It's like, now I'm waiting for I'm more excited for the Suicide Squad game, because if you think about Gotham Knights, you're just you're basically Batman. I'm using quotations here. You're basically Batman running around.
Oh wait, that was JoJo, wasn't it? It was me and JoJo
Yeah.
that was excited. My bad.
And I played a lot of Batman games, so I'm not. I mean, I know I can hear people now. Oh, it's Jason Todd, and it's Nathan Drake. Not Nathan Drake. What's his name? Dick
Grayson.
Dick Grayson.
How the
Running
heck
around.
do you get Nathan Drake from Dick
I,
Grayson?
hey, I don't know. That's why. That's how little I care about this game. But I'm more excited for Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. It looks cool.
Yeah, both these games are coming out in 2022. Gotham Knights was supposed to come out this year, but it got delayed. One of many games that got delayed till 2022. However, yeah, excitement for these games. People can't wait for these to come out, and hopefully both these games do deliver, and hopefully we get to see more of these games at DC Fandom. Now, let's move on to Gamescom. That happened a couple weeks ago. We were going to talk about that last week, but we had to postpone the show. Sorry about that. I watched it, and the first hour was absolutely amazing. They showed off some great games. They had great pacing. The second hour was not as good. Pacing was off. Just not as great games as the first hour. And they ended with Death Stranding director's cuts. That game came out 2 years ago, and you're ending with an 8-minute trailer about the director's cut when we already saw the trailer less than a month ago. Or not less than a month ago, about a month or two ago. And I understand Jeff Keighley and Hideo Kojima have this bromance, but I mean, to end with that, I just don't get it. I didn't get that. It was weird.
Death Stranding is not even a good game. That's from what I heard. It's just a running simulator. You're DoorDash. You're a DoorDash guy.
That's what the director's cut's supposed to fix. It's supposed to help people get back into this game. It's supposed to help speed up the game.
Do you even fight anybody in the game? Like, is it gunplay in the game, or you just like running back and forth?
Dude, I didn't play the game, so I don't even know exactly what goes on in that game. I just remember the walking simulator jokes on Twitter.
That's all I heard. I don't think you fight anybody in that game. I could be wrong, but yeah, I would pass on that one.
Yeah, that's going to be released later this month, September 24th. Two more things from PlayStation. Horizon Forbidden West did get delayed. It is going to be coming out February 18th. Pre-orders were opened on the 2nd of September, and I got my pre-order. So I've already pre-ordered it, and I cannot wait for this game to come out. And then Sifu is coming out 4 days later on February 22nd. That's a really interesting game. Do you guys know about Sifu?
No.
No.
Okay, so this is a martial arts game, but how Returnal had an interesting way that it handled every time you die? Well, Sifu does the same thing, and every time you die, you age up.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's a martial arts game. It looks very, very interesting. It looks like it's going to have great controls. It looks interesting, and I'll see. I might get it, but I might just wait for the reviews to come out. And might wait a little time, but if it's good, I'll probably get it. But one thing I want to talk about is February of 2022 is absolutely loaded. I mean, Horizon Forbidden West, then you have Sifu, Saints Row, and the Evil Dead game. That's a lot. Yeah. And speaking of Saints Row, that was the first thing that was shown off at Gamescom.
Trash. Excuse me.
Okay, you didn't like it?
No.
You want to get into that?
When you scream, I understand. All right, listen, I understand. Every game needs every game that was set to be a series to be good, and it crashes and burns. Yes, it deserves a reboot. But you reboot it, and you don't reboot it with Johnny Gat or any of the original Saints. You don't mention. I could be wrong. He might be in the game. He might be one of the side characters somewhere.
Well, to be fair, we just got a cinematic trailer and 10 seconds of them showing off some of the gameplay. Didn't even get into any of that. Or
the way they presented it seems like they kicked all that to the curb and was like, we're not going to worry about Johnny Gat and them. We're going to start fresh. with these, which I don't mind, but like you gotta still have the roots of Saints Row. Saints Row was a street gang who rose to power by knocking down corporations, everything like that. So
yeah,
we'll see. I don't know.
yeah, and they had to clarify that you could customize in this game because
because the way they were talking about it seemed like you were just what's her name, the boss. Like you could
I forgot.
Yeah, I think her name's the boss.
It's been a while since I've watched it. If we did this last week, I probably would have remembered.
Yeah, her name's the boss, and it made it seem like you can only play as her. So I was a little bit iffy, but I'm glad they dug into that you can customize your own character.
Yeah, and Horizon Forbidden West actually had some problems as well because people thought that you could not upgrade at all from the PS4 version to the PS5, and PlayStation had to clarify, yes, you can upgrade. It's going to be a free upgrade. But yeah, I mean, those couple of games, game companies have got to start doing a better job of communicating because
Speaking of updates, if you play State of Decay 2, they just did an update. I think it was August 31st. It's the homecoming update, and everyone's been asking for the Trumbull Valley map to be added into the game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finally got the Trumbull Valley map back into the game. So jump back into State of Decay 2 if you love it. I'm gonna hop back in myself and go kill some zombies and wait for State of Decay 3.
Okay, something that I want to go back to. I forgot to do this after I was talking about the PlayStation stuff. There's going to be a PlayStation event September 9th. It's going to be 40 minutes. It's going to be talking about upcoming first and third-party games. And PlayStation VR 2 will not be a part of this. So do not expect that. PlayStation clarified that. It is just going to be about first and third-party games. And this is something that I cannot wait. This is not a state of play. This is a PlayStation showcase. And what's going to be shown off, I have no idea. But I know if we do not get God of War Ragnarok showing up there, KB's going to go berserk.
I can tell you they're not going to show it.
Oh, you should see the face that she's given us right now. So
I can tell you they're not going to show it.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
There's been rumors going around that we could have a Sly Cooper game in development, so I want to see if that happens. They said third parties, so maybe we see something from Final Fantasy 16 or Forspoken. And I want to see if Abandon is showing up because we need to figure out what the heck this game is. We need to figure out what this game is because some people are really getting restless right now. And maybe they finally answer our questions here, maybe not. I don't know. And here's an interesting fact. September 9th. Do you know why that's an important date in video game history?
I do not.
It is the 25th anniversary of Crash Bandicoot. The 25th anniversary of the first Crash Bandicoot game. And for Sony to have this event on the anniversary of Crash's 25th year, I don't think that's a coincidence. We could see Crash Bandicoot appearing here.
They just made a Crash game.
Yeah, but there's a rumor going around about a game called Wampa League. And like Activision's been teasing this for a while, and we're not sure what exactly it could be, but they've been teasing it, so maybe we finally see Wampa League for the first time. September 9th, Crash's anniversary. If they don't do something with Crash, that would be disappointing because Crash was a PlayStation mascot during the PlayStation 1 days. I think there's a good chance it could happen. Anyway, back to Gamescom. Some other things that were shown off was there's actually a Jumanji game in development.
Why?
I don't know.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Do you know what happens in the game of Jumanji?
Yes, I do.
Y'all just are wanting to get cursed right now.
They had a musical performance for Tales of Arise. They had somebody playing one of the music from Tales of Arise, and I gotta admit, it was pretty interesting to watch. There were 2 Marvel games announced. One was a phone app called Future Revolution. The other was Midnight Suns. That was a second game that was shown up. What? You don't think it's gonna be good?
Dude, it's fucking turn card based. No one's playing that mess.
Hey, this is done by the same people that did XCOM and XCOM 2. So
listen. When I when I seen that, I'm thinking, yes, finally, Marvel Ultimate Alliance is finally coming back. Not only on the Switch, but on every console. So I'm like, yes, a Marvel Ultimate Alliance type game is coming back. Then they show off the gameplay, and then they're doing. Some people will play it. A diehard Marvel fan. I'm diehard, but I'm not that diehard to. This is not my type of game. I can't click. I have to be like, yeah, I can't wait for an attack. I don't play Final Fantasy. I'm not gonna play this mess. Sorry.
Okay, that's fair. But interesting fact, the developers and Marvel themselves created a new character for this game. Like there's a new hero that was created for this game. I find that pretty interesting. Okay, Outlast Trials had a new trailer that's going to be coming out in 2022. That was another game that was supposed to be out this year.
That reminds me of well, I want to say like someone. It's like, what is it? You ever see a haunted house and you like you got like them little mini games and stuff like. It looks interesting.
Outlast Trials.
Yeah, it's like people were kidnapped and thrown in there, and they gotta.
You mean Saw?
Well,
you mean the movie franchise Saw?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking of?
But I was trying to like, I wasn't just trying to go to Saw, but yeah, so like Saw or like it's a hey. You ever see a movie where like people are kidnapped and it was like, hey, duties?
No, I do not watch those type of movies. If JoJo was here, he'd go into more detail about this because he's
it's like
this game.
So it's like, oh, we kidnapped like a bunch of famous people. Now they have to do trials, and if they don't complete their trial, they die or something.
Yeah,
that's the vibes it gives off to me, like that, the type of Outlast. It's not your traditional Outlast, so it might be interesting.
All right. Far Cry 6 had their story trailer dropped during Gamescom. Pre-orders are now open for that. I'm probably not going to buy that day one. I may buy that because it just looks so interesting.
I'm buying what is it? Dying Light day one. That game looks so amazing, bro.
Jurassic World Evolution 2 got a release date November 9th. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is going to be released in the spring. Not a specific date. We just got spring of 2022. And get this, they're going to have voice acting with this game. Remember, in the Lego Star Wars, they did not do voice acting. This was before Lego did voice acting with their games, and now this one will have it. And this game is looking absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I heard they used to pull sound bites from the movie and put it in the game, which was hilarious.
Yeah. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mana got some gameplay, so we're starting to see more of that. Don't have a release date for that just yet. I'm gonna save that for later. Call of Duty Vanguard got talked about, showed off gameplay and talked about the story. And I gotta admit, this may be Call of Duty's best story ever, because the main character is a female Russian sniper from World War II. And I was watching it, and Laura Bailey, who's the voice actress playing her, was talking about the research that she did and realized just how many women from Russia fought in World War II. Some were tank commanders, of course, they were nurses, and some were snipers like her character. And you could really feel the pride that she had in taking this character. So Call of Duty Vanguard probably just gonna be like any other
gaming. Let's get real though. Let's get real. No one buys Call of Duty for the story anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. But
no one buys COD for the story anymore.
Yeah.
It could be the best story they ever made, but no one's going to play it.
Okay, let's talk about the big one. Halo Infinite. We finally got a release date, December 8th. December 8th is when Halo Infinite is going to be released. Multiplayer was shown off. Sir Meliodas, would you like to talk about it?
It looks like they went back to the roots. I want to say Halo Combat Evolved all the way up to Halo 3. A little bit of Reach, because Halo Reach multiplayer wasn't bad either. But it looks promising. Story mode, they didn't really show too much, but they showed that
Well, don't forget, last time they showed off some of the story mode, they got heavily criticized. So they're probably waiting to make sure they're not going to get another chance after the next time they show off the story mode. Let's be honest.
But what they graphically, it looked bad. But gameplay wise, it looked like Halo. Only reason they ate it apart, and I agree with them, if it wasn't ready, they shouldn't have showed it. Only reason they ate it apart because it was running on the strongest console they have ever made, and it looked like they were running it on a 360.
Yeah. Speaking of that,
I agree that, but the gameplay wise, it looked like it was Halo, like traditional Halo. So I'm not too big on that. I mean, not too worried about that, but like other than that, it looks good.
speaking of the Xbox Series X, they also announced that there's going to be a limited edition Halo Infinite skin on the Series X, or a limited edition Halo Infinite Xbox Series X, and that's sold out rather quickly.
See, the only thing about that is you can buy a D brand skin for that and slap it on your Series X, but they might have it set to where when you boot it up, it makes the Halo, it probably plays the Halo theme or something. It's something to it when you boot it up, it plays like the Halo theme or something.
Okay.
Because other than that, you can buy a D brand skin and just throw it on your Xbox and call it that. That's what people might do, though. They might do that and start selling it for a pretty penny.
Last question before we move on to today's topic, which I know KB's waiting patiently for. Are you a little upset that they're releasing it after Black Friday? Are you a little surprised that they waited till after Black Friday to release it, or do you just not care?
What, Halo?
Yeah, Halo Infinite.
They're releasing it.
Yeah,
it's no biggie to me.
Yeah. December 8th, Halo Infinite. You and JoJo, I know you guys are going to be excited when that game comes out, and hopefully you guys get to do reviews on that game. I'm hoping that you guys will get to do reviews on that, like reviews on the show.
If not me, JoJo will.
Huh?
If not me, JoJo will.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on. KB, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Pokemon.
The games, not the series, right?
The games, not the series. It is really interesting to know how a game about a guy's passion of catching bugs and showing them off became an entire gaming franchise. That to me is just like, pursue your passions. You never know what's going to come out with it. So I know Diggs Gaming is a huge Pokemon fan. Sir Meliodas, what about you?
Nah.
All right. Well, let's go with this. How many Pokemon games have each of us played? KB, since you're the host, you go first.
I played the digital release of Red.
Okay.
Emerald, Sapphire, Heart Gold, Pokemon Black, Pokemon Rangers, Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that counts.
It's a game. I'm not going to count Magikarp Jump. When that first came out, I started playing it, but I'm not going to count that as a main series game. So that's what, 8 games?
I lost count.
I was about to say, I also, I have, 2 of the Mystery Dungeon games. So 10, if I'm counting correctly. I'm not good at math.
I lost count. Yeah, I lost count. To be honest, I wasn't really counting. So
yeah. Plus, there's like tons of like friends games that I've played once or twice on their consoles. So, what about you, Diggs?
Fire Red was the first one I played. Then, Heart Gold, Omega Ruby. Is that right?
Oh, I have Omega Ruby as well.
Okay, yeah, Omega Ruby. Little bit of Platinum, did not get too far on that because the cartridge is messed up.
Bummer.
Which one do I have? Do I have Black or White? It's one of those two. I'm not checking right now, but one of those two. Pokemon Y, Pokemon Sun, Sword, and Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, and I have Pokemon Snap. I forgot about that one. I just keep remembering stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I played.
Yeah.
That's what I played. What about you, Meliodas? What have you played?
Me? It was an old Game Boy Pokemon game. I think it was Gold, Pokemon Gold, probably.
That's considered the best in the series. A lot of people consider that the best game.
Pokemon Gold, I believe.
I'm a Hoenn baby all the way.
I was like 5, so I really don't remember. But I remember the cartridge being Gold, so I think that's Pokemon Gold.
That's the one. That's the one.
Then recently I played it's on my Switch. I can't remember if it was Sword or Shield.
I was
But
about to
that-
say you got pretty into that too.
Yeah, they're both
Yeah,
the same game, but you just get like the different master Pokemon at the end.
Yeah.
I haven't. I actually like it for what Pokemon is. I just never beat it yet.
Right.
I'm at the last the dragon trainer. I think that's the guy at the very
The
Yep.
gym.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
the last gem. Last gem.
him. I have to fight him. Then I guess I beat it.
Nice.
No, you got to go fight the Elite Four after that,
True.
and then beat the champion.
I fought the Elite Four.
Oh, so you're at the champion.
Yeah,
then.
it was a ghost. I think it was a ghost type.
I have not
The-
gotten to the Elite Four yet. I've not gotten to the Elite Four, so I can't help you there.
Yeah,
I think it
I've
was
beaten
a-
the game. I'm trying to complete the Pokedex now
it
in
was a
that game.
Ghost type, water
I've
type,
never.
rock type, and I forget what else. But
Yeah,
that's
who-
about it.
Speaking of Pokedexes, have you Diggs Gaming, because you're the only one that could have, I suppose. Have you ever completed the Pokedex? Have you ever taken on that challenge?
No, and I don't think I ever will try to take on that challenge because I'm just not good with stuff like that. You know me, I'm not big on
No.
100%ing the game. I just like getting from beginning to end and not trying to 100%. I mean, when it comes to 100% in games, I have not done too many. I mean, I think I've done under 5 that I've
Yeah.
ever 100%ed. So Eh.
So for me, I have at least once. I did
Okay.
Omega Ruby's Pokedex. So that's like 750 Pokemon or something. It's a lot.
Jeez.
And I still don't even have all the Pokemon because the only like way to 100% it is to get like certain legendaries. So I'm still missing like 6 Pokemon, but I have the certificate, so I'm gonna count it as
I would count that.
yeah. And I got the shiny charm because I was going to do shiny hunting, and now I'm also going to start trying to do Pokemon Swords Pokedex. So hopefully I'll be able to do some shiny hunting.
How cool are shiny
Yeah.
Pokemon? How cool are those?
Some of them are really great. Some of them are really yeah.
I know we're
Yeah,
I
not
heard it
talking
was
about.
a pretty good buff on him. I forget what the buff was though. But
I know we're not supposed to be talking about the anime, but I mean, Ash Ketchum called one of the coolest shiny Pokemon in the anime with Noctowl.
True.
I mean, we'll get to the anime another time. We're gonna get to that another time. So
True. Yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry, we will talk about it, just not today.
Right. Anyway, when you play a Pokemon game, what type do you go after? If you were going to be a gym leader, what would your typing be? Diggs Gaming.
Oh, that's a tough one because it would either be dragon or water. I'll be honest. It would either be dragon or water because I always go with the water starter. And I think,
Oh,
and the dragon type Pokemon, I just find the coolest in the game. So
that makes sense. I mean, they're dragons.
Yeah.
You got to love them. What about you, Meliodas?
well, since my favorite color is blue, I automatically resort to anything that's blue, so the water type. Because one of my starter Pokemon, I forget what his name was, but what was his
Sobble?
name?
Sobble?
Yeah, and he has that little signature handgun thing.
Yeah.
I picked him because he looks cool.
I picked him for sword as well. I usually pick a fire type. The only game that I didn't pick a fire type on the like my first playthrough is Pokemon Sword with Sobble, and I did what was it, Heart Gold? I did Chikorita, I believe.
I think when I get the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, I might go Chimchar over Piplup because I
You
think
kind of have to because that's Paul's
Yeah.
favorite.
yeah.
Or is
and-
it Tristan's? I don't remember. It's one of our friends' favorites.
I don't know.
We've talked about this several times. So I know it's one of them. I just don't remember which one.
In Fire Red, one time I did not go with Squirtle. I went with Charmander because Charizard is my favorite starter evolution. It's my favorite starter evolution.
Charizard is the
Yeah.
best Pokemon ever. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you take a look at the top 5 most popular Pokemon. I mean, 3 of them, I think you have to say are Charizard, Eevee, and Pikachu.
True.
I think you got to go there. I think you got to go
Yeah.
those 3 in the top 5. And then, I mean, who would have thought just how big of a cultural phenomenon this would have been?
I know. It's crazy.
And now it's 25 years old this year.
I know.
That's the craziest part.
That's why I wanted to talk about it partially. Also, just because I love the series, but
I know.
Oh, anyway, for me, breaking from the norm, fire types are my favorite types. Always have been. Flareon's one of my favorite Pokemon. The fire doggos is kind of like my like go-to. So Arcanine, Ninetales, Flareon, just gotta love them. But also really enjoy like the dark type Pokemon, just their themes. I've always liked more sinister looking Pokemon or sinister looking monsters have just always been really cool. So I'd probably go fire type, if not dark type.
Who can name all of Eevee's evolutions? I'm curious. Who can name all of Eevee's evolutions?
I can't even name one of them. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay, you're
So
out.
It's Eevee,
Yeah.
and then it's Flareon,
Yep.
Jolteon,
Mhm.
Vaporeon,
Yep.
Sylveon,
Uh-huh.
Espeon, Umbreon,
Mm-hmm. There's two more. There's a grass and an ice type.
yeah, Glaceon and Leafeon.
Nice. Out
Has
of
that
those,
many
my favorite
evolutions?
is, huh?
She has that many evolutions. Jeez.
Yeah.
I know, and more every
That's
year.
why they call
feels
it
like.
the evolution Pokemon. But my favorite has always been Umbreon. I just love Umbreon. I really do.
Umbreon's shiny is my favorite. I'm really upset that Flareon's shiny is basically just a different color of like red and orange.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, I mean, with what Pokemon has grown into since it
Yeah.
first came out, I mean, it's no longer a game anymore. I mean, the
Yeah.
game is still the core of Pokemon, but I mean, you're talking about an anime that came out a year after the first game came out, and then you throw in figurines, trading cards, a manga. It's a manga.
Yeah.
Just all this stuff.
All the mobile platforms
Yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
With Pokemon Go, that was massive when it first came out.
Yeah,
like,
when you
It was insane to see so many people, especially adults that had not gotten into Pokemon when they were children, but are now into Pokemon because their children so desperately wanted to have Pokemon Go and they wanted to play Pokemon Go with their parents.
yeah, really
Yeah.
think about this and I mentioned trading cards.
Mhm.
Does anybody know some of those trading cards, especially the first editions, some of those are worth thousands of dollars?
Oh, yeah.
Mint condition cards.
It's insane.
It's crazy just because of how popular they were. And again, first edition, those are always going to be the most expensive ones.
Yeah.
It's just crazy just
It's
how
insane.
big this has been. And when you talk about the games, you can talk about the mainline games, but we've already mentioned Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. We mentioned Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Coliseum,
Ranger.
Pokemon Ranger. It's just crazy that how big this has been, from the mainline games to the spin-off games to everything else outside of it. This is probably the most profitable video game franchise ever.
Yeah, one of them anyway. Mario, I think, is pretty up there as well, and Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as big as Pokemon because
Yeah, true. When you think about terms of just pure like expansion to
Yeah.
different forms of media, definitely Pokemon is just
because
definitely hit the top.
I mean, when you
basically.
hear Pokemon, I mean, a lot of people are going to go to the games, but you have a good amount of people that are not going to think of the games. They're going to think of the trading card game. They're going to
Mhm.
think of the anime. They're probably even going to think of the manga. It's
Yeah.
just insane how crazy it's been.
True.
And
True.
it's also a game where, you have a revolving door protagonist,
True.
which
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
a whole lot of sense because of different regions.
I'd honestly, from the Pokemon games, just from a character standpoint, would like to see more customizations
Mhm.
just in the future, like going along in especially like body types. Like they're starting to do better about like NPC body types, but I'd like to see for your player character being able to choose more customizable options. Like they're doing really good about like being able to buy clothing options, hairstyles, and like eye colors and skin tones. I would like to see that continue to progress, basically.
To think this started off as a 1996 Game Boy game that
Yeah.
was just pixels.
Yeah.
That
And it was
just
super
pixels,
buggy too. There were a lot of bugs in the original games.
and it just grew from there. And
Mhm.
really, that probably what turned a lot of people on to the Game Boy, the original Game Boy.
Mhm.
Either that or Tetris. I mean, you had Tetris and then this, and I would think Pokemon's the one that really showed just what's
Yeah.
the Game Boy could do and what portable gaming could do. And
Yeah.
Nintendo took that and they just rolled with it ever since, because when you get a portable console, one of the first things that people think of, when's the new Pokemon game coming out?
True.
Because that was a staple for the portable series. And then when you could finally start playing a mainline Pokemon game on an actual home console with the Switch, because the Switch was both a portable and a home console, people were just so excited about that. And now the series is going even further with Pokemon Legends.
True.
You
It's
got
gonna be the first fully open world Pokemon game. Like they started testing out, seeing, dipping their toes in the water
I
with
still believe
the wild area, but
Yep.
it's definitely going to see just how far you can go.
Yeah. And I still believe that when they had the wild area, they made that as a testing ground for Pokemon Legends to see if it would work on the Nintendo Switch. And the wild area became the most popular part of the game. Let's be honest. They became the most popular part of the game. And when they saw that, they had to say, go for it. This is going to be a big seller. And I wouldn't be surprised if Legends is probably the best-selling Pokemon game of all time when it comes out. Like,
True.
I would not be surprised by that, just because everybody's been wanting this. And I mean, it's going to be crazy.
True.
It's going to be crazy.
Moving along.
Pokemon.
Maybe some controversial opinions. What is a Pokemon that you like that nobody else likes? I will go first because
Ooh.
I know for a fact, and people will give me weird looks, I don't think Trubbish is that bad.
Ooh.
I know it is a garbage Pokemon. I know it is literally a trash bag. He is cute.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Garbodor
literally
sucks.
literally the garbage Pokemon. That's literally what it is. It's literally the
Yeah.
garbage Pokemon.
But he's cute. He is cuddleable. You can't tell me that he doesn't look comfy and huggable. What about you, Diggs?
You got me thinking on that one, because I'm trying to think what Pokemon I like that somebody else wouldn't.
A lot
And
of
that's
the
the problem.
non-animal looking Pokemons get a lot of shit.
Then I might go Magnemite. I don't know how people feel about Magnemite, but I really like Magnemite. I think it has a creative design.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. For me, Magnemite is one of the more creative Pokemon out there, and I don't know how others feel about that, but
I just don't like Magnezone. I don't know why. He looks weird. Yeah, it looks weird, I should say.
Hmm.
But Magnemite's like cute and small.
Meliodas?
Jigglypuff.
You don't like Jigglypuff?
No,
Or
I
you,
like
well, you like
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
No, he's saying he likes Jigglypuff.
People
True.
don't like Jigglypuff. I don't know why. Especially in Smash Bros. The off top of Jigglypuff in Smash Bros. Is so funny.
That's true. Jigglypuff gets shit on in Smash Bros.
KB?
Sorry.
Oh, man.
It's late. I'm tired.
I know. I know. Why don't we talk about our favorite Pokemon?
Favorite? I mean, I kind of touched on the fact that I love fire types, but
Yeah.
like other than that, I really like Dragonair
Yeah.
and like Dragonite sucks. I don't know why
Oh,
that
man.
he evolves like that line evolves that way. I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't like how they become like a snake-like Pokemon and then they turn into a Pokemon with two
like-
arms and two legs.
He's like super derpy looking too. Like I understand like frogs of like how frogs go from tadpoles to like frogs.
Is it
I
based off a
understand
frog?
that.
Is that supposed to be
He's
based off
not.
of
He is a dragon. It's supposed to be a dragon, but there's no like intermediary like between them, which frustrates me. Also, the entire color change. I'm sorry. Dragonite should be blue. He should also
That's-
look better.
Okay, that's still not the weirdest evolution though. How about a fish that turns into an octopus? What is that?
True.
What is that? That made no sense to a lot of people. And I don't know what they were on when they decided that. They had to be on something. I'm calling it. They had to be on something when creating that.
Yeah. I mean, also Galarian, how you evolve Galarian Yamask, where you have to give it what specifically 49 points of damage, and then you have to find like one specific rock arch to like run under or something. Like, I know I'm gonna have to eventually do that if I want to complete the sorted Pokedex.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's the dumbest
gonna
evolution
be
ever.
So weird.
Yeah, some of these evolutions are really tough. Like if you want to get a Hitmonlee, a Hitmonchan, or a Hitmontop?
Yeah.
Is that the other one?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it all depends on, I forget what it is, but a specific stat. It's like if you're under, you get one. If it's even, you get another one.
I don't know if it's dependent on the effort values or the individual values.
I don't remember. But it's just weird.
But I know it's
confusing.
complicated.
Yeah, it's like, why do you complicate this stuff?
Like, I understand you don't want every Pokemon to just have the same evolution type.
Oh, and
like,
then
I
you
really
get
do
the evolutions
enjoy
by trade.
True. I enjoy like Glaceon and that kind of you go to this one spot and like the natural energy evolves it, or even like friendship or Feebas. I like that in the original game you increased the beauty stat and it became a beautiful Pokemon. Like that made sense to me. Physically holding your Switch upside down to evolve Inkay, the little squid guy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think that's what you're talking. Yeah, I think it's NK.
Yeah, and you flip your Switch upside down, and that's how it evolves.
That's
at
funny.
like a certain level. Like, that's weird. I shouldn't have to do anything in like the real world to make a Pokemon evolve unless it's through trade. In which case, you either need friends or get really lucky on the GTS.
Yeah, you got a point there. You really do.
I also love how Pokemon specifically from Nintendo is like, go outside, meet other people, make connections. And like, you can see it because at first it was like, we're going to have Pokemon that you can only have in the opposite game, and you're going to meet other people that way. Also, some of them only evolve through trading. And then it was like Pokemon Go, just leave the house. And now we're in the middle of a pandemic. And they're like, okay, now this game about leaving your house and going outside and having run like the raids with all these other people, we're going to have to figure out a way to make them stuff you can do from home. We're sorry. Our bad.
Man. That just goes to show you.
Yeah.
Anything goes. Anything goes. Anyway, back to what we were talking about before. I think my favorite Pokemon of all time is Greninja. It's a frog ninja.
True.
How is that not cool?
That is.
I mean, Greninja, I really do like. It's definitely my favorite of the Kalos starters.
Yeah.
Definitely my favorite. And
I like Fennekin, but I don't like Delphox.
Yeah.
Like, they went. I just like, and I don't remember what the
mid. They could have done that a whole lot better.
Yeah, I like the mid evolution too. I don't remember what the name is.
Braixen?
Yeah, I believe so. Because I like the little witchy vibe with the little the tail looks like a broom.
Yeah.
And then you can pull out the stick, and I like, that's cute, but I don't like the giant ear tufts.
Yeah.
That come out of Delphox. I think they could have done that better.
Semelios, you got a favorite Pokemon?
Charizard.
Yeah.
Charizard. That's true.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. But yeah, mine's probably Dragonair. I mean, Flareon also rocks. And so does Arcanine.
Oh, and Bulbas, what is it? No, not Bulbasaur, Blastoise.
Blastoise. And you know what's weird about the starters? Has anybody ever noticed there's a specific theme to each generation and to each starter? Like, there's a specific theme to it.
The only one that I feel like that didn't have like a theme was the first gen.
Hold on, I am looking that up right now because I cannot for the life of me remember. It's like water types are subaquatic animals.
Oh,
Uh,
that's true.
yeah, and
Someone pointed out, Pokatuber it was, that the reason that the water types are always like amphibious is because it would be really weird to have like a fish on like
Yeah.
land
yeah,
specifically. Like, yeah, technically they kind of just float behind you, but
What's
like
the one that
if you're
flops on the ground?
Magikarp.
That's the one that's out of the water. But is that an amphibian?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or they count as a fish?
yeah,
True.
yeah.
But
Water
they've
types are
just never-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But for starters, they've never made one that is purely fish type. The
Yeah.
closest they've got is Primarina, or I don't know if that's, but it's the seal type.
Mhm. Yeah.
That was an Oshawott,
Yeah,
who's also adorable. I love them.
yeah. So, grass type is evolutionary change, and fire types are animals of the zodiac.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
for each generation, Gen 1 is genetics, Gen 2 is ancient creatures, Gen 3 is traditional / unique evolution, Gen 4 is civilizations and myths, Gen 5 is medieval East Asian higher social classes, Gen 6 is generic RPG classes. My bad.
Class. Yeah.
And that's all I got for now.
All right.
Oh yeah, Gen and the Sun and Moon was circus.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the Sword and Shield, I don't think that was ever really confirmed. Just what's the just what the theme was. I don't know if that was ever confirmed.
Because Scorbunny was like a runner or like a triathlon like racer, it looked like.
Yeah, it was weird because they said
Sobble
Scorbunny
is-
was. It was weird because it was based off of England, and some people had the theory that Scorbunny was based off of sports like soccer.
Mhm.
Sobble was based off the theater, and then Greeky was based off music because it would bang the stick.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was ever confirmed or not. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
But that kind of does make sense with
Yeah.
how Sobble kind of just like goes through like an angsty like phase in the middle there and then becomes like a beautiful
Yeah,
like actor later on.
yeah, it would make sense, but I just don't know if that was ever confirmed. So
Yeah, true. It'll be interesting. I don't know. Does anybody else have things they would like to discuss
about this topic,
about
think
this topic?
I think we pretty much covered it all. I mean, we're
yeah,
talking
pretty
about
much.
just the future of Pokemon. It's as bright as ever, and
Yeah.
when this Legends game comes out, it's going to take the Pokemon to a whole other world. It's going to take the Pokemon franchise to a whole other world, and I cannot wait for it to come out.
Anyway, this has been the Off Hunting Podcast.
Hold on.
I am your host, KB.
Hold on, KB. We got an announcement before we got to let everybody know.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to take a break from the podcast. However, I will still be doing gaming news. Hopefully, KB, Sir Meliodas, Jojo, even Paul can stop by and help me out with the gaming news from time to time. But as far as the podcast, we're going to take a little break. We're going to do a Halloween
specials
special
as well.
Yes, we're going to do a Halloween special. We will let you know what our Halloween special will be. We have not made up our minds yet.
Mm-hmm.
Boogeyman.
We'll talk about it. Don't worry. We will let you guys know. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Are we sure? I'm going to do the outro now.
Yes, we are sure. We're ready to go.
This has been the Off Hunting Podcast. I've been your host, KB Hunting.
It's your boy Diggs Gaming.
There's your boy. Sir Meliodas.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.
Or will we?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.